Hello, my name is Ashley with the Orange County Library System, and we're here at the Hiawassee branch in Pine Hills on January 9th, capturing memories from our community. And can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
I'm Roy C. Brand. I was born in Green Acres, Florida. Lived in Florida all my life. Moved here when I was 3 months old. So just basically I've grown up in Central Florida, Orlando area.
And I'm told you're very active in the Pine Hills community.
It could be said that, yes. It's, I started my business here back in 1962, and ran an agency for 48 and a half years in Pine Hills, and I've just devoted to Pine Hills. I was a fire commissioner here for a number of years, and worked on the consolidation of the fire departments of Orange County. I was co-founder to the development of putting 14 fire departments together and made the Orange County Fire Department. But the people are very good, fine people out here. They supported me and my family very good over the years, and we tried to give back in every way we could. So.
And you're a very big part of a certain organization here in Pine Hills?
Yes, the West Orlando Rotary Club. Let me tell you first of all what Rotary is, and then you'll understand how it fits in. Rotary is the largest civic organization in the world. It has over 30,000 clubs around the world in 200 countries. It's the force that has eliminated polio from the face of the earth virtually. Back in the 1979, polio was rampant around the face. There were millions of cases of polio. You might recall that's a disease that affected Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So Rotary took on the task of eliminating it. And they did this by providing vaccinations with volunteers around the world. At the end of 2010, there was only 1,200 reported cases of polio on the face of the earth. Millions and millions of dollars have gone in from Rotarians. It was not just money, but the Rotarians in participating in the countries. It is the only other organization besides the American Red Cross that has a non-voting seat in the United Nations. No other organization except American Red Cross holds that title. We in Central Florida have 50, right at 50 clubs in Central Florida. The West Orlando Club was founded us back in the late 60s, and I was recruited. I was the first recruit from a man named Bill Coleman. Bill Coleman and I are the only founding members of the West Orlando Rotary Club. He's a few years older than I am. And there are other members who were in the founding, but they're no longer with the club, but the majority of them have passed on. So we are privileged to be the remaining two. One day, one of us is going to be the Lone Ranger. So not looking toward that. Rotary is the forefront, and Rotary International is curing this. We won't just do polio. We dig wells in Haiti. We showed up along with American Red Cross in Haiti and the different Sasamis in Japan. Rotary International is there. Our club just sent a rather large combination to the thing that happened up in New Jersey, the flood situation up there. We sent it to a Rotary Club, knowing that the money's going to be spent wisely because they're Rotarians. And it's a creed that goes back well over 100 years. A lawyer up in Chicago, new lawyer, went out and found three guys that were in business, and they just formed a thing. They started meeting together, and they would help each other's business. And so it's a networking situation. That the first thing I do when I've got something that needs to be done, I look in the Rotary directory. There's a plumber, there's an electrician, there's a contractor. And if they can't do it, they'll know who can do it. And they'll get an honest answer. It's a fantastic organization. We were the first club to have a woman in it. We were the first club to have a black person in it. The club has a fantastic history. It's a remarkable club. It's the founder, Bill, was in another Rotary Club, and he quite frankly found it cliquish. And he didn't want to be a part of a clique. He wanted to be able to sit with people, different people every meeting. But the club was an older club, and they were very set in their ways. So he said, I'll start my own club. And I was the first person he contacted. And I knew nothing about Rotary. He told me about it. Gosh, I want to be a part of that. So between the two of us, then we went to visit other people, and we grew to a membership of 90 people. It was the largest civic club in Pine Hills, Western Orlando area. The thing is that we were all young, but quite frankly, the majority of members were not residents of Pine Hills. They were from all over the area. We had a Thursday luncheon. It never changed. And generally, Rotary clubs meet at restaurants and hotels, and that's the course. No other club in the whole state, where there's over 500 clubs, has their own building. We have the only Rotary building in the state of Florida. And the history of that is sort of neat. You've probably seen the movie, The Field of Dreams. Now, The Field of Dreams is a nice story, but it's not true. The theory was that build it and they will come. That's not the way good things happen. Do good things, and the victories and the things will come. With the effort and the service, then if it's worthwhile, then you attract that. So we had a remarkable field. The west side of Orlando has never been the high end of society. It goes by the name of Crime Hills. It's something just turns me upside down when people say that, 'cause there's a lot of good people out here, a lot of good business people, fantastic people out here. And it makes me sad that people will look down their nose at Pine Hills. And I take reference to that. When people say that, I take them on. And I say, you don't know what you're talking about. So with that in mind, there was a lot of needs out here. And the guys stepped forward because they came from other parts of the town, but they came out here with their reputations, and we had bankers, lawyers, we had business owners, we had funeral directors, we had just all kind of trades out here. We stumbled into a real need, and I stumbled into it, and it has been the running course of our club. We did some remarkable things. I had a secretary, and she left me to go work with WWO Radio TV. And so one day I just jokingly saw her. I said, well, how's your love life? Just asking her, just giving her a hard time. She said, well, I just met the most remarkable man. And she started talking about Randy and Randy this, Randy that. And I said, but, you know, he's paraplegic. He can't walk. He was in a motorcycle accident. So sort of sad, because we have to go to his place all the time because he can't get into my house. So I can never fix dinner for him or anything. I don't know where this is going. So I said, well, you really need a ramp of some sort. And she said, yeah, that would help, but I don't know where we could get one from. So my wife and I would go to the beach, and I'm allergic to the sun. I get skin cancer, so I generally stay in the apartment all day long and go out on the beach in the morning and at night. So this particular day, I thought, well, I'll run back over to the house, to the office, and sign some checks and everything. But way back, I said, I got to thinking about Robin. I said, somebody needs to do something about that. So I drove by our house, and I measured the porch, and it was 24 inches off the ground. So I went by Panning Lumber Company, which was a Pine Hills thing, and bought some plywood, and went out and put a ramp on it. called up. I said, have Randy come over for dinner tonight. He said, what do you mean? Have Randy come over for dinner. If you can help him, you can have dinner at your house. So she brought Randy over, got him in, and just happy as a dead hog in sunshine. That's an old Southern colloquialism that, unless you're from the area, you don't know what that means. However, they were happy, but a couple months later, she called me, Roy said, Randy and I are getting married and we're moving to his apartment. So we don't need that ramp. I said, can you use it? And I said, well, not really, but maybe I can find somebody. So I called Charlie Wadsworth, who was with the Orlando Sentinel. He had a column called Hush Puppies. And to have your name in Hush Puppies was an honor. Everybody read Hush Puppies. That's the first thing they talks about local people. And so I called Charlie up and I said, Charlie, I've got this ramp and it's good wood. And I said, maybe you could just put a jib in there, but don't use my name. Just put my telephone number, and I'll be glad to fix it up. So it was in the paper, and I got one call.